Today we have a new favorite book of mine. This is Walden, and I really, really urge you to pick up this book because this book isn't just something that you're going to read and put down and be like, wow, that was good. No, this book is something that when you read through, it's going to make you reevaluate your life and reevaluate the path you're going down. And the basic premise of the book is that Henry David Thoreau went out into the woods, lived there for 2 years, came back, wrote this book, and well, actually, he wrote the book while he was in the woods, but again, it's more so about his cathartic experience of him going into the woods, simplifying his life, and being able to appreciate all the small things. Think about your life. Think about all the blessings you have. How often is it that you actually appreciate them? You probably have a family that supports you. You probably have a roof over your head. You probably have food in the fridge. If you don't have any of those things, you have something that someone in the world does not have, and yet we're wanting more. Yet we always look to what we don't have, and it's because we have excess. It's because we have more than we need. And this is the basis of the society we live in, and we can only get back to our roots, we can only get back to nature by simplifying everything. And it's really not so much about simplifying it, it's about the attachments. And the idea of like someone getting really rich and always wanting more and more and more and more, it's not so much that money makes them evil, it's the attachment to money. The hoarding of money is when it becomes a detrimental thing to the individual. It takes them out of the importance of what they can do with the money. You know what I mean? Like, what's money? What's a big house if you have no one to spend it with? It's very, very frustrating to me that most of our lives are just pushed down this route. Most of our lives are sacrificed to go to college, to get a job, to sacrifice all of our free time in an office, in a cubicle, driving through traffic, wasting all of our time, our effort, and our money eventually to, just survive. And it's like, the whole idea of this book is that you can survive on much, much less. And when you survive on much, much less, you can appreciate everything you have. And it's such a beautiful book. There is poetic just descriptions throughout the entire thing. Like, most of the book is really spent with Thoreau just explaining nature and explaining how beautiful it is. And you're just like, wow, I never really thought of it. And just imagine the state that you can get to when you take out all distractions, when you take out all forms of media that take your attention away. I really have been hearkening on this for the last few weeks, but your most powerful attribute is your attention, your ability to focus on something, your ability to think about solely one thing and keep it fixed on that idea until you get the solution. But nowadays, that's basically been taken away from us because we have social media, we have people texting us, we have notifications, we have emails, we have all of these things that are drawing our attention away from us every single day. And because of this, we can't just sit there and appreciate nature, sit there and appreciate our life. And this is what this book is about. This book is about simplicity. That's the easiest way to boil it down, and that's really the only way to boil it down. And I'm not telling you to read this book and then go out and become a hermit and go live in the woods, but I'm telling you, when you read this book, you're going to start to reevaluate things. You're going to start to reevaluate the path you're going down, and if it's one that's going to lead you to happiness, one that's going to bring you simplicity, or one that's going to complicate things. And generally, it's not worth making your life harder. Generally, whatever trade-off, whatever, sort of financial gain or, responsibilities that you're going to take on, it's usually not worth your time. Emerson said it best or not Emerson, it's Thoreau. Emerson was Thoreau's mentor, but Thoreau said it best. He said, I don't want money, I don't want fame, I want truth. And that's something we can all hope for. And it's not truth in the sense of like right or wrong, it's truth in the sense of like living how you were supposed to. Living how it was intended to, living amongst nature and living amongst the trees and, not being so wrapped up in things. I know it's a very difficult time in our country for the political state. I know people are all worked up. Either side, people are just going crazy, and it's like, it's very, very frustrating, and I want you to just focus on yourself. When you focus on yourself, this is when you can affect the only thing that you can. You can't change other people, you can't change other people's opinions. What you can do is make your life better. You can make your life better, and through the course of that, you can make others around you have better lives, and this is what I want you to focus on. And yeah, go ahead, pick up this book. Great book, can't suggest it enough. I might go into more detail about it at other points, but I think this is a must read. If you've liked anything I've suggested, this is something that you're very much going to love, and I think you're going to have a lot of takeaways, and it's going to force you to really start thinking about your life in the context of like, am I doing something for me or am I doing something for someone else? And Yeah, that's a question I think all of us need to ask ourselves. And link to this book will be in the description. Love you guys so much. If you want more from me, go ahead and join my Discord. If you want even more from me, if you want some of my writings, some of the writings that are probably going to end up being a book, go ahead, check out my school. I love you guys so much. Peace out.